Okay, we're up. How's it? Welcome to episode 3 of Lies of P. Last episode, we just defeated the Croc boss. Whoa, no. Almost clicked new game there. No. Yeah, we defeated the Croc boss, and we've now put it back up to the original difficulty of Legendary Stalker, and we're going to see what that's going to be like. I've respect, of course, back to the way I did the main game, and yeah, I'm very happy that I did that. It just feels, you know, a lot more like comfortable. It's how I ran the original one, so you know, it's working. Now, look, I mean, I'm hoping that, you know, we are in NG Plus, so, you know, I'm hoping that what we've done with changing it now to Legendary and being in NG Plus, we're still able to, you know, regress. Are we going in there? Like, you know what I mean? Like, we can still progress as normal. Okay. So this opens up. Before I do that, there's a little side door here. Did we come out of this?
Markiona, you cannot enter my master.
I think we did. Yeah, okay. So here's the Croc. We came up here. That's right, we're back on track. Okay, so then this carnival. You need... Okay, so we need to come... Progression is through there. Not after the greenhouse. Alright. I'm guessing that's Markiona. What was talking about? Whoa! Ooh! Alright. So now we're facing bots. Would they still be considered puppets? I mean, they are, effectively, but I mean, like... It's not like it makes much of a difference now that I look at my, Whoa! My... Damn. Passives, but this isn't gonna work. We're gonna have to change weapons. What should we run? Probably the sword, right? Although would it be sword or would it be lightning? I mean, normally it's... Let's try the puppet. I mean, let's try this for the puppets. Because normally, like anything heavy armor, and as long as it's not... Look, acidic also works. It does. But lightning normally applies... I said lightning. Electricity normally applies a debuff. Jesus, if I don't get my ass kicked. Oh, they've got a... They have a window. Yep. They have a window. So we need to get around them. Yeah, what we don't want to do is get overwhelmed though. So they get a little bit stunned. Oh, well, an idiot. Okay, well. My plan was to test out the electricity debuff and see if it works. Not to just kill them in one hit, but... Oh, that means I actually need to change... Alright. What's going on with their sleeves there? Is that electricity? What is that? See, normally with puppets it's electricity, man. Oh, well. Okay. These dudes. Okay, he's not here. There's another one. Whew. No. All right. I remember them for the first time around. They're normally in the same places as annoying dudes with a gun. There's another one. Hello. Shit. Oh, greedy. But you hit their water tank, and they're done. Yeah, part of me is thinking I should switch to the acetic blade, but let's see. Is that a... Yep. It's a Bronson. Just beat the shit out of that monkey. Oh. Okay, our damage output is, like, good, bro. Oh. You just carry on there, bro. Okay. Now. Does this go into this courtyard or are we going... Ah, okay. Here we go. Alright, so that's going to be our shortcut back. In case we get killed by the Bronson. I'm calling him Bronson, but I mean, like, you know, he reminds me. Boxer. And then the... Okay, so we come straight through. I mean, it is a shortcut, but it's like... not that short. Now, how do I get back? Do I have to go through that lunatic and then... Because there's a guy in there, right? We get to him... Alright. Aha. This is how we get into the courtyard. calling it a courtyard. Okay. Let's see if I can just get one at a time rather than, you know, all three of them. Could get a bit dicey. Oh. Okay, not too bad. I haven't been hit by that thing yet, so I don't know what it does. I don't think I'm gonna find out either. Ow. Okay. It's just concussive. Just physical damage. You can parry it though. Ow. Alright. Not too bad. Oof. Come on, man. Thanks. A little bit slow still. The sword is a bit quicker. It just doesn't hit as hard. I just don't know what the debuff is. Like, is ascetic the way to go, or... Oh, hello. Whoa! Jesus. This one's a little bit upset. Okay, so he's got a... He's using shock. Oh, God. Okay. Shock doesn't make a whole lot of sense for these dudes. Oh. Okay, it's burning. I don't think fire is the debuff for them either. Okay, so then that means I need to switch to ascetic. We do ascetic. Problem is I've only got one health vial for the boxer. No, that's nuts. I'm not going to do that. Ancient disc. Okay. So, if I'm using... Would fire be the correct... You see, it could be ascetic for the puppets. I say puppets. Ascetic for the robots. And then fire for the dudes. But to be fair, it didn't do a whole lot of, like... It took a while. Let's try the sword. I'll try the sword now. And then should I leave... Should I leave the stone? Okay, so... I mean, that's kind of rare, but that's not what we're after. Temporarily imbues weapon with acid. The weapon will do that by itself. Either we do electric blitz. What works against Bronson? Do we need fire or do we need acid? Look, it's only going to make sense as well if we get him stunned, right? So let's do this. We'll leave the flame on for now. And then, how close am I to a level up? How much is a level up? Does it not say? Oh, 21,000. Jesus. Well, that'll add 15 grand. Eh. Yeah, you know what? Let's do it. Thanks. Because I'll just do this. There we go. Awesome. Alright, then we'll try the sword. Let's see. It's a bit quicker too than the hammer. Ah shit, I've just kind of worked both of them. Ow. Ow. Okay. Let's see. I probably shouldn't have done that though. That was kind of stupid. Shit. I need the I need to go and fight Bronson. Hang on. Don't I have a let's not wake anybody up there that we don't want. Oh. Shit. Oh. Okay, you earned that one. Oh no. God. Get my ass kicked all of a sudden, bro. Oh, fuck off. So unnecessary. Alright. Let's just switch this for... That's Legion. I don't need Legion. I need this. Fable Catalyst. Okay. I'm not going to just use it without knowing, like, you know, kind of stupid. What's up, man? How's it going? Oh, shit. Oh, fucking hell. I forgot how hard this dude hits. Oh, yep. He's awesome. From the character design. Ow. No. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Can't get cocky. Can't get cocky. Good punishment. Oh, shit. No, 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 no. Not again. There we go. Woo. Just die. Menace. Yeah, we got him there. Whoops. Acid abrasive. Jesus. Well, I'm glad he did that. I don't have to face him. Prefer the boxer than the monkey all day. Monkeys are pain in the necks. Oh. Oh. This is a climbing puzzle. Oh, more like a balancing puzzle. There we go. Done. Oh. No. Not getting around that way. Okay. We came up here. Seriously? Yeah, not getting through there, bro. Yeah, that might be a return journey. We'll come back to that. Oh. Shit. Bouncing off the damn railing. No. Done. Yeah, look, the sword is better with dealing with these things because it's quicker. The hammer is slow, man. Damn, it's slow. Effective, but slow. Can you not turn around? No, thanks. You know what? When they're in that animation. Oh, thanks. Yep. I'm guessing progression is that way. Oh no. Oh! It's got tracking? It's bullshit. Oh well. God damn it. They do a surprising amount of stun damage, man. Yeah, I think this is just a little... Oh, shit. Bye-bye. Yeah? Funny, I mean, I used the Fable Catalyst, and I didn't end up using it. Oh, bro, we're getting in the weeds here, dude. Which one is progression? When I was going around there, is that the end of the line? And it just stops there? Ah! Okay, so progression is up. Whoops! Alright, I'm gonna need to go back down again. We've only got 3 health bars here. We're burning through health. Oh, here we go. Oh no! Oh god, there's 2 bots. There's 2 bots. Ow! Oh no. Bro, that is some bullshit. Oh, this one's different. It's golden. Whoa! I might have, you know, gone a bit nuts with the Fable, but whatever. That thing's dead now. And it built, so, you know. Grindstone? Whoa, what? That's new. Grindstone coating capsule restores special grindstone use. Oh! That's part of the DLC. So we could effectively have more than 3 grindstones? Dude. Look, I mean, if those drop regularly, then great. That's the first one I've seen, though. Damn, we got another upgrade already? Ah. Cool. Oh, there's a little number. 1 level. Huh. Right, we're gonna need help at some point. Oh, shit. That was unnecessary. Oh. Look, our damage is still... Oh. Fuck off. Alright. Our damage is still good, bro. We're still doing plenty of damage. No. Ah! At least we have that mechanic. Oh, shit. You shithead. Oh. Oh. Okay. I would like checkpoint and not a boss.
Everything I'm seeing makes me think this room belongs to a master puppeteer.
Alright.
This is a message for Markiona, my sadly not departed friend. Important matters brought me to your door. I am searching for my lost apprentice. And it should come as no surprise that I thought you or your other alchemist fiends had taken him. I hope you don't mind, but I made a mess of your lackeys as I passed through. If you do, consider it partial payment for what happened to my other apprentice.
Alright.
As soon as I am able, I shall return to collect your remaining debt. Until then, take care not to die. From Leia, Florence, Monad.
Monad.
Okay, so we are definitely, absolutely, irrefutably in the past. Unbelievable. The Leia Florence. She's the one they call the legendary Stalker. Story is, she went missing a long time ago in Krat, as it happens, but here she is, still building the legend. And between Markiona and Leia, I know who we're siding with. We still don't know why we're here, but maybe we're here to meet the legendary Stalker.
I'm cool, like I'm glad that it was a prequel. Even though it's a prequel, it's like I'm glad it was us going into the past rather than, you know, like a whole thing set before the... Do you know what I mean? Like... Ah! I'll run the other side. Like, it still feels like we're going forward. Not... We got to the one point and now... I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if it's making any sense. Ah! That's exactly what I'm doing. Level up. We've maxed, right? I'm just gonna do 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and 1. Might as well. Oh. Hey, it's our first fountain. Which I might be using. And I feel nothing about, you know, no issue using. I say that. It all depends on, sometimes these help with the boss and sometimes they hinder. It all depends. we go. Whoa.
I was told that murderous puppet had come to call on me. So who is this handsome guest standing before me? It matters not.
Oh. I think I might have seen her.
You belong to me now.
Yep. So it's a duo.
You're not the puppet I was expecting. Who are you?
Oh. Whoa! Are they trading places or? Jesus. Oh.
None who enter this greenhouse may leave with their lives.
Jesus, dude.
Can't get away quick enough, can you?
Scripted event. Okay. Awful I can do with that.
You will make a fine
Okay, so I can't get
adornment for
anywhere
my
near
room,
them.
don't you think?
Do I need to? What's the mechanic here? What's the mechanic? Wood. There'll be some sort of mechanic that I need to use. What is it?
You're not the puppet I was expecting. Who are you? None who enter this greenhouse may leave with their lives.
So she keeps out of range and sends in the puppets. So this is one of those where it makes sense to just focus on her.
Don't you know how foolish it is to impede the path of the alchemists?
Maybe.
you and the legendary Stalker impede my work and get in my way.
Can't really fucking see. Like, I'm thinking the puppet is just a distraction. Obviously, you gotta, like, you know.
Weep in despair, tremble in fear, scream for my pleasure.
We have a range problem. Yeah. So there's no point in getting too close to her. Because her hits are like insane. We're just gonna stay just out of the thing.
Weep in despair, tremble in fear, scream for my pleasure.
Yeah, so her hits are too hard. Like she hits unbelievably hard. So prepared at least. Don't know if we'll get the burn to pop, but worth a go. So the problem comes in is that we're not doing enough. Like, she's just going to whittle down her health. And the problem is her hits are too strong.
You will make a fine adornment for my room.
And I think it might be because the bow can't take too much damage. Let's just switch. So keeping it ranged doesn't really work unless we want to just use the bow. We want to use the, what's his name? The fable on the bow versus the fable on the weapon. So we switch to the bow to
You're not
to
the
hit
puppet
the fable.
I was expecting. Who are you?
Let's see if we can. Let's see.
None who enter this greenhouse may leave with their lives. Can you?
Okay.
Is my domain, and you
anyway.
shall serve me for all eternity.
So. Have a look, see. It's a bit loud, so I'm just gonna turn it on. No, for fuck's sake. Alright, so there's something that we're missing. What are we missing? Do we need to ignore her
You're not the puppet I was
and
expecting.
focus on the fucking puppet?
Who are you?
Problem is we can't see her attacks. See, and her attacks are like, her attacks are unbelievably hard, so that doesn't make sense. Less.
None who enter this greenhouse may leave with their lives.
Problem is the damage. Okay.
Enough! Who you are doesn't matter anymore. Die! Why must you and the legendary Stalker impede my work and get in my way?
Yeah, so I think the focus is the puppet. And then stay away from her until we kill the puppet. Think. Because her attacks are like bananas, bro. You know what I mean?
Don't
they're
you know how
just
foolish
stupid.
it is
So
to impede the path of the alchemists?
I think let's kill the puppet. And then we try and focus on her. Think. Because again, her hits are just, yeah, they're just too insane. What would be nice is if once she loses her puppet, does she become weaker? Or is it like, Jesus, worse than ever? That can also happen. The puppet doesn't hit anywhere near as hard as she does. Her hits are stupid. Puppet's not weak by any means. One or two of her hits and we're pretty much dead. Whereas the puppet can actually like do some damage. When she decides not to be annoying. Stuck in a weird loop. Puppet's done.
You dare destroy my sublime creation.
Can't. Oh, well, she just reveals it. This is a bit lame. She just heals the whole thing again.
Weep in despair, tremble in fear, scream for my pleasure.
This is the fucking waste of time. Yeah, so that's pointless then. Okay. I'm not sure what yeah, that's kind of disappointing, bro. You know, okay, so I need to think about this. So the puppet doesn't mean shit. What a waste of time. Okay, so we've got to focus on her and then just ignore the puppet. And then yeah, because there's no point in, if she's just going to revive it, then there's just no point. You know, it opens her up maybe for a couple hits while she's like healing. But yeah, it doesn't do a whole lot in terms of
You're not the puppet I was expecting.
of damage.
Who are you?
So we just ignore the puppet if we can.
I left my work half complete for this. How do you propose paying me for my lost time?
The problem is though, it's her damage is like what nullifies that level of damage.
Why must you and the legendary Stalker impede my work and get in my way? Can't get away quick enough, can you?
And then she does this kind of scripted crap.
Is my domain, and you
okay,
shall serve me for all eternity.
We might have to bring out, I'll bring out, let's see how it goes. I need to just, now that I know there's no point in focusing on the puppet, let me just focus on the, and then if it carries on. With the scripted crap, there's not a whole lot you can do with that.
To think I became anxious when told a fearsome foe had arrived. What a fool I was. None who enter this greenhouse may leave with their lives.
And her stuff, like, yeah, it's just... Her stuff doesn't make sense to even parry. It's just dodge. You can parry the puppet, her stuff, though... I'm just wondering if there's a mechanic that I'm missing. I think I am. I mean, this isn't enjoyable. Like, I'm just wondering if there's something that I'm missing that I'm not doing. Again, you can't get hit from her stuff because it's just like. Okay.
Enough.
So her weapon
Anyone has a
is the control
Die.
mechanism for the puppet. At least you can hit. Okay. Do nothing. Okay. Fuck her. And again, there's just no point in trying to kill the puppet because she just revives him. You know, which is fucking, it's a little horseshit. I mean,
Can't get away quick enough, can you?
if the puppet's gonna live, like there's no point in spending time on it.
You will make fine
I don't know, bro.
adornment for my room, don't you?
I don't know. This isn't really a duel. This is just more dealing with fucking crap, like, you know, like all this shit. It's one of those. So then, unless there's a particular mechanic that we need to exploit. Okay, let's just have a look-see. Switch grindstone with acid. Is she a puppet? Okay.
You're not the puppet I was expecting. Who are you? Weep in despair, tremble in fear, scream for my pleasure.
Unfortunately, her hits are... Her hits, yeah, they're insanely strong. So that mechanic doesn't do shit. Okay. Do we need to change out the arm? And maybe put on the shield arm, I wonder. Alright, we've got to try and mitigate... I mean, as cool as that is, I don't think it's going to do anything. Oh, damn. I actually took everything out of this one to put into the new one. Increase inflict damage on a counter attack. Charge, dodge. Hey, Sophia. Welcome. I'm getting my ass kicked, so I'm trying to work out what the mechanic is for this boss, and trying to see which, you know, there's something that I'm missing. And that's why it just kind of feels like ice getting uphill. You know? But I'm good. Other than that, how are you? What's up, Namasha? Dude, this boss is kicking my ass, man.
You're not the puppet I was expecting.
I'm missing a mechanic, though.
Who are you?
I tried to attack the puppet, killed the puppet, and then she just revived it. So, I'm not going to do that anymore. That just doesn't make sense. So now I'm just trying to focus on her. But her hits are unbelievably hard, so I need to try and work out, like, what mechanic I need to use to get the hits in. For fuck's sake. But so far, this fight is shit. It's not a proper duel, it's just like dealing with all this extra crap. And yeah, killing the puppet was a super disappointment because she just healed it. And I was just like, oh, well, that was a complete waste of time. And you can't really just get hits on her.
And you shall serve me for
and when she hits you,
eternity.
it's like a monster. It's like an absolute truck. So it's just like poof. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out what the mechanic is. I'm trying to also think if the arm that I'm using is not the correct arm. I might have to put the shield arm back on and then try that way.
You're not the puppet I was expecting. Who are you?
I have noticed that you can affect... God, she just stays out of range.
None who enter this greenhouse may leave with their lives.
You can hit the tool that she uses to control the puppet, like that. And then you can get a few hits in, which is great. And I tried the bow to keep her range. Fucking heal! Jesus Christ!
Weep in
Why did that take so long?
Tremble in fear. Scream for my pleasure. Get away quick
And then,
enough,
like, when she
you?
does the scripted shit, you're fucked. So there's nothing you can do. So it's just like, yeah, dude.
Is my domain, and you
one of
shall
those.
serve me for all eternity.
It's one of those, like, sort of fights where it's like, okay. You know. I've just got to work out what the mechanic is. It's good. We had to. I had to do a few things. I had to respec the character a bit. I had to, you know. Is my grapple arm maxed out? It is. It is. But the grindstone, I think this is the right grindstone as well. I'm going to try one more time, but I'm going to use the arm a little bit.
You're not the puppet I was expecting.
This has got a counter. Okay. She's just out of range.
None who enter this greenhouse may leave with their lives.
Shit. So I don't think this arm makes any difference. to test it. I mean, you know, worth testing. But yeah, her damage output is just like absurd. Other games we play are Doom, Death Stranding at the moment, and then The Altars, Space Marine on Thursday, God of War on Wednesday. Yeah.
My work half complete for this. How do you propose repaying me for my lost death is my domain, and you shall serve me for all.
What is the mechanic I'm missing, man? What is the mechanic I'm missing? Okay, let's just quickly switch it out and do... Okay. Break to break robot, then use the window where she's healing it to take her out. So I did that, but the amount of damage that I was doing was like was not enough. So then maybe what I've got to do is I've got to get her health down to like a, you know, a small section, then kill the puppet, and then maybe no, that's not going to do it. Falconize is not going to do it. Although, to be fair, Falconize is pretty good in terms of sinking damage from a distance. Electric Blitz, no. You'll have to do it a couple of times. Yeah, I mean, so that's the thing. If we do the puppet, look, I haven't tried bring the what's his name yet. Phasmophobia, no. What is that? Whoa. Horror game? Oh my god, that looks disturbing as hell. So I haven't tried to use this thing yet. Because sometimes they're great, sometimes it hinders.
To think I became
but I want to
anxious
learn
when told
what
a
the
fearsome foe had arrived.
mechanic of this thing is
What a
first.
fool I was.
Okay, string definitely helps. That thing's got a cheeky ass follow-up though.
None who enter this greenhouse may leave with their lives.
But again, unfortunately, her damage is just ridiculous. God. Are you a big fan of the horror games? You should try it? I don't know. At the moment, the only horror sort of element that we've got is in Death Stranding. A slight horror element in Death Stranding. Oh, no. problem with, like, again, it's just... doing the damage on the puppet is fine. We need to get her health down, otherwise that window isn't going to do much.
Why must you and the legendary Stalker impede my work and get in my way?
Did it just nullify the whole thing? Okay. I don't dig it when they set up like a whole set of rules and then they don't play by the same fucking rules. Yeah, it nullifies the fucking thing. Come on.
Oh, I left my work half complete for this. How do you propose repaying me for my lost time?
It's just weak, dude. It's just weak. It's weak shit because it's not.
Me for all.
Instead of like a duel, instead of a fight, it's just this crap. Fuck, I can't stand this shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, oh, sorry, this works, but, you know, not because we decided right now, ha ha. Ugh. You like all types of games? Okay. Cool. Yeah, so I do, I do a fair amount of,
I became anxious when told a fearsome foe had arrived. What a fool.
No, I do a fair amount of games during the week. Just out of
None
range.
who enter this greenhouse may leave with their lives.
See, that did a massive amount of damage to the puppet, so my thinking is if I focus on her, the puppet's probably going to get killed on the way through, and then when the puppet goes down, she would have had, like, we should be able to get through her health. It's the plan anyway, bro. Don't do that shit. When you got hit in the air, yeah, the thing is, like, when it stops the animation, and yet it's supposed to be like it's supposed to be something that, you know, like a great move that you've got, and then when it just gets turned to shit, you're just kind of like, well,
why must you and the legendary Stalker impede my work?
You know, I get it, it's a boss.
In my way.
But I mean, if your shit is pointless, then it's just kind of like, well, what was the whole thing you're building up? You know, it could be like, you know, sometimes they do it because it's like, oh, well, the stuff you did use isn't really going to be good for the DLC. You need to use the new stuff. You know. Do I have a schedule of your stream? So, at the moment, it's mostly around this time. So between like 6, 7, 8 my time. But the games at the moment are like, we're trying to find out where everything's going to sort of fit. Right now, it's like, it's a little bit all over the place. But I need to have a fixed schedule. It is something I've been thinking about. Okay, let's just see what happens, what this changes.
To think I became anxious when told a fearsome foe had arrived. What a fool I was.
Does the Phantom, sometimes the Spectre makes, honestly, it makes things worse. No stamina.
Who you are doesn't matter anymore. Die!
Okay, it takes the aggro, which is kind of neat. Whoa, shit.
Don't you know how foolish it is to impede the path of the alchemist?
We ran out of stamina there. Yeah, see, the problem is, like, it might impede. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Weep in despair, tremble in fear, scream for my pleasure.
Okay.
Can't get away quick enough,
Fuck.
can you?
Scripted shit.
Weep in despair, tremble in
Oh
fear,
god.
scream for my pleasure.
Yeah, this is just like oh cool, thank you, I appreciate it. I'm also doing it on Twitch if you're on Twitch as well. But yeah, I mean the Spectre didn't really. I mean, it gave us an opening.
Impudent little
Sure.
puppet, to push me this far.
I'm guessing this is her second phase. Okay. Let's just keep doing this.
Why must you and the legendary Stalker in death is my domain, and you
Yeah, I don't
shall
know, Rin.
serve me for all eternity?
I don't know. What am I not solving? I think this armor's okay. I don't think fire is going to be the... less fire damage is something that builds up. The Wish Cube upgrade? I think I've got it on 2. So the stone that'll help you on this. Yeah. So the stone that I've got in does healing and a revive from memory. I'll check it though. Hang on a second. So switch out grindstones. No. Q's wishstone. So the one I've got is avoids death and HP is restored. So it does a bit of both. It costs a bit more to get those stones, but yeah, they work. So I don't know if the Spectre helps. I don't think it does. There's no other stamina upgrades, right? It's just HP and... So this does stamina, legion, and health. And then I've got stamina recovery speed. It'd be nice if this got a like a what's his name? Like a boost, but it doesn't. Sucks, bro. They never released a bigger, like a what's his name? A golden version of this. Ooh, I probably need to change this out though, don't I? Stamina will get a +1 in the DLC. Oh, nice. Finally. Which grindstone do you have? The yellow one. The grindstone is acetic. So the acetic, what I noticed was the acetic was the easiest to apply. In terms of like speed. What is her damage? Is it just physical? Or is it... What am I getting hit with? Right now it feels like I'm just getting like thrown around like a toy. Shock? Not disruption. Is it disruption? No, it's not disruption. It's shock. And then... That does slash. Pierce. Okay, no. Yeah, grindstone's acetic. All right. Let's just see.
You're not the puppet I was expecting. Who are you?
No. Okay.
None who enter this greenhouse may leave with their lives.
Look, it's just one of these types of fights, bro. It's, you know... I'm gonna have to work out the mechanic.
Enough! Who you are doesn't matter anymore. Die!
It's gonna be mainly dodging, though.
Can't get away quick enough, can you?
Problem is, like, that scripted crap, you know, there's fuck all we can do against that. Once she's got you in that shit, you know, you just gotta watch this cutscene, like, oh. Happens, bro. Can't enjoy all your fights.
None who enter this greenhouse may leave with their lives.
Yeah, so that gets nullified a lot, bro. It's not like it doesn't do any damage, but it's... The amount of risk that it opens you up to isn't kind of worth it.
Weep in despair, tremble in fear, scream for my pleasure. Make a fine adornment for my room.
No,
don't
this
you
isn't
think?
working. Okay, so let's try pickaxe.
To think I became anxious
bow.
when told a fearsome foe had arrived. What a fool I was. None who enter this greenhouse may leave with their lives.
Oh, dude, there's something I'm missing, man.
Why must you and the legendary Stalker impede my work and get in my way?
And she's constantly walking back, right? So
Oh, I left my work half complete for this.
she's staying just out of range, and then she brings in the puppet to do all this kind of like. But unfortunately, it means that you run out of stamina. You're constantly trying to like dodge all the crap.
Can't get away quick enough, can you? You will make a fine adornment for my
Yeah,
room,
I don't know.
don't you think?
I don't know. It's not fun at all, though. It's one of those where it's just like, yeah. I may have to, hold on, let's just switch out the arm. This arm isn't working. I think, unfortunately, I switched out the... No. Thanks. I switched out the what's his name. Is Vulcanized maxed? It is. Okay. Hold on. She needs a bit of range, but when you switch to the bow, everything goes apeshit.
You're not the puppet I was expecting. Who are you? None who enter this greenhouse may leave with their lives.
And the problem is the bow just doesn't do enough damage. So I think the bow might make sense for using the what's his name abilities. But we need the pickaxe or the big weapon to take the hits. Okay. Okay.
Why must you and the legendary Stalker impede my work and get in my way?
And at least then we can get some of our health back. Ooh, there was that shit. Fuck's sake. Burning. I don't think this does that much in terms of damage, though.
How humiliating that you should see the power I was saving for Leia. Doesn't matter anymore. Die!
That's doing some damage. Whoa! I'll have a look at that in a second. Okay. Come on, man. So fucking slow.
Why must you and the legendary Stalker impede my work and get in my way?
What are you doing?
Don't you know how foolish it is to impede the path of the alchemists?
Yeah. That is on fire. I'm guessing when she dies, the puppet dies, right?
Enough! Who you are doesn't matter anymore. Die!
Okay. Stop it. No, what are you doing? Stop doing that. Get out of that animation. Okay. Not a whole lot we can do against that. No.
You will make a fine adornment for my room.
That's definitely the way to go, though. Just focus on her. Fuck the puppet. It works for now. The pink one that heals Spectre, use Spectre, stay aggressive to keep aggro, divided between you and her. Perfect guard, yeah, so that's a good idea, actually. Perfect guard grindstone. Look, the flames worked a little bit. Not a whole lot. But yeah, that's a very good idea. Perfect guard grindstone, I actually did look at that as well in the beginning. But yeah, it's just focusing on her. And the Falcon Eyes is actually kind of neat.
I was expecting. Who are you?
You know, just to take some.
None who enter this greenhouse may leave with their lives.
But the problem is, I'm also trying to fight the stamina, which is shit. I'm having to do it because of this what's his name puppet. Look, it's one of those like, it's just that kind of fight. It's just, you know, you got to deal with all this extra crap. It's not a duel. And it
Why
happens.
must you and the legendary
I tried acid
Stalker
damage.
impede my work
It does
and
proc.
get in my way?
You know, it does actually proc.
Enough! Who you are doesn't matter anymore. Die!
There's also input reads, so I can feel the fucking input
Is my
reads.
domain,
Input reads are
and you shall serve me.
look,
for-
they've been egregious in this game the whole time. It's just one of those things, you know. You've just got like the second you put an input, they know what you're doing, and they, you know, it is what it is. There's a lot of fucking games that do that shit. So you've got to like kind of anticipate.
You're not the puppet I was expecting.
They
Who
know
are you?
what move you've just used. Okay. What the fuck is that? Can we target the thing?
None who enter this greenhouse may leave with their lives.
The thing is, like, I don't really understand the whole thinking behind trying to frustrate the player to the point where they're just like. Like, I do understand the solving the puzzle.
None who
100%.
enter this greenhouse may leave with their lives.
A lot of this stuff is like just daft. I just find it daft. I'm just like
Can't get away quick enough, can you?
like this shit. Yeah, I don't know. It's just not a good fight. It happens.
You impudent little puppet. To push me this far.
I gotta run away. No.
Can't get away quick enough, can you?
Oh, do I leave my
My
fucking tea
domain,
inside?
and you shall serve
damn
me
it.
for all eternity.
Okay. To be fair, I didn't use the grindstone. I need to try the grindstone. And I think like
You're not the puppet I was expecting.
when she turns
are you?
gold, that might be the ideal time to do it. And then save one at the end.
None who enter this greenhouse may leave with their lives.
Yeah.
Final order for my room, don't you think?
Look, it might be one of those where I've got to like, you know, how long have I been at this? Like sometimes like I'm not going to bash my head against the wall. I might need to just get away from it. Kind of come back. Let me just first also do the...
To think I became anxious
I
when
didn't use
told a
enough of the
fearsome
Falcon
foe
as
had
well.
arrived. What a fool I was.
Doesn't do much in the way of damage.
None who enter this greenhouse may leave with their lives.
Yeah, the puppet is just annoying. It's just annoying.
Why must you and the legendary Stalker impede my work and get in my way?
It's just another form of attack. It's a bit delayed. No.
Can't get away quick enough, can you?
Come on, man. The scripted shit is so boring, bro. Fucking hell. Why did they do that shit? I don't understand. Fucking insufferable character.
None who enter this greenhouse may leave with their lives. How humiliating that you should see the power I was saving for later. I left my work half complete for this. How do you propose repaying me for my lost time? Why must you and the legendary Stalker impede my work and get in my way? Enough! Who you are doesn't matter anymore. Die!
No.
Why must you and the legendary Stalker impede my work and get in my way? Beyond Leia.
Just about.
It should have been the two of us, locked in a fight to the death.
Jesus. Yeah, that fight sucked. It sucked, but, you know, it's done. It worked. Fuck it. But yeah, unfortunately, it's just those kind of fights. I'm just like, why?
We gotta
We
keep
nailed it
Markiona.
with a sliver.
Hey, I bet it opens
Absolute
that gate we
sliver.
passed before entering the
Oh, there's the
greenhouse.
auto advance. And Liza P.
This place is definitely a dead end, and since Leia's not here, let's go back.
Well, we have to because we've got the what's his name key. I'm very glad I took Falcon Eyes. It's just, you know, while she's walking back, you can get a few hits in, or like there when it's a bit clutch. You know. Let's level up. But yeah, it's just one of those where, you know. Complain the whole way through. She's got her boss weapon. Ooh, I need to look at that. And the pickaxe was, yeah, the pickaxe made sense because the what's his name on it, the when they're stunned and you use the weapon's trick to kind of like close the gap and take the stun. Works. Let's head back and... I mean, we're going to call it there anyway. My brain is fried. Teleport to another stargazer. Yep. Yep. And Hotel Krat. Yeah. You get that gold coin fruit. Another thing I could actually try... I don't know if I want to go down that road. Even sounds insane just saying it out loud. But I could go do Laksha and get onto New Game Plus and unlock the 7th. What's it called? P organ. Although the problem is it'll be New Game Plus, right? So the they'll be all the enemies will be even meaner. Although it's not the what's his name? It's the bosses. And the mini bosses. Look, I'm glad that we put it back on Legendary because Legendary Stalker makes sense.
Strange. It hurts so much.
Oh no, that sucks. Back to chapter 9. Oh wait, that's Pilgrim. No, not chapter 9, chapter 5. Because you access it through here, Path of the Pilgrim. Chapter 9? No, chapter 5, yeah. So you go to Path of the Pilgrim and then the... And I think also remember they did the update? When they readjusted the damage output? I think they made it, they also changed it there. I'll check Nana. What am I doing? Channel 5 is access, but you have to get to the spot where you unlock the hidden door before you can use it. Oh. Oh, hello.
Hey, I didn't think we'd meet again.
What's up, Hugo?
It was grim work out there. I buried his body and collected his belongings. It's a tragedy. He was a real professional and an inspiration to the next generation. And like I said, I'm an explorer, not a
Thanks, man. Okay, so... Oh. The hidden door is in the hotel behind the lady's painting. Isn't available until chapter 9. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so chapter 9, yeah, that's quite a ways away. So this does increase stamina consumption and damage for normal attack. Increases stamina consumption and damage for normal attacks. Why would you increase the stamina consumption? Increase stamina consumption for damage and normal attacks. Well, oh, and damage. So, okay, so you use more stamina, but your damage is higher. Okay. Overheat, electroshock, decay, and corruption elements. Yeah, these the yeah. I also thought of what's his name a little bit. Vega from Street Fighter. It scales with technique though, and I've just switched back to motivity. But I mean this versus the amulet. Because the amulet is, yeah, I mean, how much damage is it? I'd rather get the weapons. Yeah, they're still awesome. Yeah, they are. And also I can I change it? Oh, I can't. Hey, it's a boss weapon. You can't change you can't add a crank to that. But yeah, I mean, increase the damage by how much? And the stamina, I'm already finding stamina. Our damage output is fine. Let's get these. Exactly. Yeah, 100%. So let's just check them out. Whoa, they're proper claws. And there's 2 of them. Our first dual wield, bro. These things are nuts. Can they take damage though? Look at the block. Ooh. Okay, they're rad. They're very cool. Damage output is obviously super low. Woo! Sure. It's fast, bro. So what was the other one? Okay, so that just increases damage. Damn. They're quick. They're very quick. Good grief. Boss's weapons need what's his face, don't they? The Dark Moonstone of the Covenant. We have enough of them. Alter handle. Can I change? I can. It'll take it to a C. You got these and you didn't use anything else? Did you use spec into technique though, right? Look again, because I'm upping the what's his face. How much does the damage change? No, it changes a fair amount. No, it changes a fair amount. Good grief. And that's without it even being upgraded. Okay. Look, it might be... How heavy are they? Weight 9. Ooh, no, okay, that's actually pretty heavy. I was like, oh, let me just carry those as a spare, but... oh, we can! No shit. Yeah. Look at that. So we can swap these out depending on the fight. Like, we could have also... That's the other thing I didn't use. I didn't use the bow during that fight, and I should have. Oh well. Fine. You know what? We did it. And we're gonna call it there. Shit. Yeah, sorry that I complained all the way through. You know? It's just, yeah, some fights are duels, and they're just like Our Father or Nameless Puppet. Like, even Nameless Puppet. It's a duel. Whereas that one, it's just like, I don't know, you're kind of contending with all the extra, like, stuffs. And it's just like, oh, I don't know. It's not bad. No, it's not. It's not, I don't know. It's not great. It's not the kind of fights that I enjoy. But ironically, now I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go online. I'm gonna see if there's. I'm sure there's a mechanic I missed. Like with the croc, you have to stay right. But you'll like go like, God, dude, fucking he who must not be named. Fuck that guy. Christ. Yeah, fights like that. And the scripted shit is just like PTSD, where I can't stand it. Anyway. What was I saying? I've lost. Just why did you say Erlang? All I can think about is fucking Erlang. God damn it. That dude lives rent-free in my head, bro. I think it's like, yeah, why I like the duels is because it's like a similar rule set, and they're kind of like, you know, even, I mean, Our Father, to be fair, his second phase was like, what, you know, but still, that's still my favorite fight ever. Love that fight. It's crazy, but it's great. You love the fight, but you got him in 4 tries, not 2 hours. Wait, you love the fight of Erlang, huh? Yeah. Good grief. 4 tries? Amazing. Yeah. I suppose it also, like, it depends on, like, your kind of, your gameplay, right? Like, and the things that you like. So sometimes it just gels with you. Some fights just gel with you. Some fights are like ice skating uphill. And it's just, you know, different approaches, I guess. Anyway, sorry for the rambling. So tomorrow we've got God of War. Then Friday I've got, what's his name? Friday I've got poker, and Saturday I've got a braai. So Friday and Saturday streaming might be kind of like non-existent. I'll try and do, depending on how the week goes, I'll try and do like an hour of, like, you know, random time, and then just publish it normally when I stream. It won't be a stream though, it'll just be a pre-record. Or I can just leave it, you know. The Scorpion, yeah, you see, there we go. The Scorpion fight was a good fight. I enjoyed that fight. But it's like, again, you know, you did what's his name? You did Erlang in 4 tries. Fuck. You know? So those sort of fights are your sort of jam. Where Scorpion, yes, I enjoyed Scorpion. He was fast, but like, yeah, I don't know. He played by the rules somewhat. Anyway, yeah, so let me know. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll see how it goes during the week. If you're like, yeah, you need to play something. Like maybe I'll do like an hour of Death Stranding. Just so that's up for Saturday, maybe. You know? I don't know. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Sorry for all the whinging. And then Yeah, then I'll see you tomorrow for what's his name? Or altars. That's not a bad idea. Maybe I'd do a cheeky hour of altars and throw that as a. No, that's actually a good idea. And then yeah, but I'll see you for God of War tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Bye.